I am what you would call a late bloomer. Not that I didn't want to bloom. Actually, I would see boyfriends and girlfriends together at school and I would jealously think, now why didn't I have something like that? I didn't think I was bad looking either, but I definitely wasn't the most confident and outgoing. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. In fact, I think I had just one friend in college. It didn't help that I was very awkward around boys, mostly due to the fact that my mom once told me off for being the lone girl playing with a group of neighborhood boys that one time. I think subconsciously that made me feel that I can't have boyfriends, or friends that are boys, I mean. That definitely didn't help with my social life. I was a tomboy who liked doing boy things but did not have boyfriends, or guy friends for that matter. Come to think of it, all the close friends that I've had in my life are all girls. Growing up like me wasn't easy. I didn't fit in with girls and I didn't fit in with boys. And so, I definitely wasn't popular. I would usually sit around on my own, eat on my own, and go hide in the toilet when I wasn't with anyone at school on my own. I definitely was that weird antisocial kid. And so, I graduated college feeling depressed and friendless. This definitely affected how I saw myself. I felt less than other people. I didn't know how other people made making friends look so easy. After some stint of depression and failed job attempts, my mom told me that maybe I could go back to studying again. Maybe that could get me back on track. And so, I went back to school. When I went back to college this time, I was a little different. I was determined to make a change. I still wasn't popular, but at least I didn't ostracize myself by playing World of Warcraft anymore. I did a bit better with grades and made some friends. The most notable impact though was when I was able to go to an exchange program in Cologne, Germany. Little did I know that this single event will make much of an impact in the course of my life than all the other years before it. So I packed my bags and jetted off to Europe. For the first time in my life, I wouldn't be living with my parents. I was going to live in a dorm with around 25 people. I decided back then that I wasn't going to be a loner this time. I am having my second chance in glorious Europe, and dang it, I was going to make the best of it. I was still my awkward self, but this time, whenever I felt uncomfortable in a party or around people, I would stick it out. I had the realization then that if you wanted to make friends, you had to be there. Duh, right? And the best moments have been when I stuck it out. Now, I was making friends, but I didn't magically become just comfortable around boys. I was still very awkward around the opposite gender. We would go and party and I would just dance with friends. In time, I would notice that some of the people in our group would soon detach to some boy. I would feel very conscious about this. You see, I was the oldest in our group, seeing as it was my second time at college, but I think I have the least life experience. I haven't really cooked before or done laundry, and of course I never had a boyfriend either. This made me really insecure, to be honest. At this age, I thought I should have done all that by now, especially the boy part, and so I didn't reveal this insecurity to anyone. Then came my time. That time when a boy finally noticed me. I was in line in a college club called Flanagan's. We went there every Tuesday, this was our spot. This particular time though, a boy talked to me. His name was Philip. We kind of talked a little bit in the line and kind of went in together to the club. My friend saw us and just gave me a happy wave. Little did they know how much of a new territory this was for me. I was talking to a boy alone. And so we got a drink and started dancing. Honestly, I didn't know what I was doing. I was just moving, I guess. But he didn't seem to mind. After a while of that though, he started leaning in. Mayday, mayday, oh my god, I didn't know what to do. Flashback to before this, I was firm with myself. I told myself that my first kiss will be with a boyfriend and definitely it was not going to be in a club. Fast forward back to the club, I was like, fuck it, and then he kissed me. Oh my god, was this what I have been missing this whole time? Honestly, it felt really good. Don't open your mouth so big, he said, coaching me. At present day, as I'm writing this, I thought it was kind of funny. But back then, I took the feedback seriously. When you kiss, you should have a small mouth, I filed into my brain. After a while, he dragged me to a bench in the club and we continued making out for a long time. Honestly, it felt like hours, but I didn't mind. Now, alas, all good things come to an end, and I needed to head back with my friends. We exchanged Facebook and I went back to the dorm. That's when I found out that it was his birthday today, and so I will never forget. Now, me and Philip never did get together. I was in Germany for a short while after all, which was kind of unfortunate. There could have been something there for all I know. But that single memory will forever be stuck in my brain, and you'll forever be my first kiss. From that time on, I was a little bit more confident with myself. I started wearing dresses and makeup. I realized that if you're confident with yourself, then boys tend to gravitate towards you. That's just how the universe works. I realized that I shouldn't have been so insecure all my life. It just wasn't my time. Now, Germany wasn't perfect, but boy was it an experience of a lifetime. I made friends, and for the first time in my life, I felt sort of cool. I was the Asian kid hanging out with the French kids even. I realized that all you needed to make friends was to have a positive, outgoing attitude. Never mind if you're awkward. If you were open to people, then they were open to you. Now, if you're that kid just like me that felt out of place, do know that it doesn't last forever. Sometime in your life, if you stick it out long enough, you will find your place. Puberty doesn't last forever, and you don't need to be that awkward kid for long. Don't worry so much about what other people think. Just be the most awesome version of yourself, and like-minded people will come to you. And so, that was my Germany experience. I grew up a lot that time, and ever since then, I would always try to find myself back to Europe. My father wasn't very happy about that, but as it turns out, that time in Germany was just the first day of the rest of my life. There's still more to experience, and if you subscribe, maybe you'll even get to experience them with me.